We'll be going by our presentation itself, so that in future, if you want to follow our presentation and then again go to a website and then follow those instructions, it'll be easier for you. As we've seen in our presentation, first we went in the sediment module. So this is how is our WIMS interface. Once you enter the user ID, password, the captcha correctly, this is how our WIMS interface will look out. This is the home page, and it also has an logout option out here itself. Once you're done with all your work, you can again come to this home page, then log out, so that you don't do any wrong entry in future. Anyone accesses this and makes a wrong entry of whatever station that you've done the entry for. So please log out once you've done all these entry part of it. So as we saw out here in our presentation, first we have to go on this sediment module part on the left hand side of it. As we can see out here, this is the sediment module part for which we have to do the entry. So once we click on this, as has been shown in our presentation as well, in the left hand side we have the sediment module. Now we'll be going into the suspended sediment part of it. Now this is the suspended sediment summary part of it, where we click like this. Just be patient. Sometimes this page takes a bit of time to load up. Just be patient to let the page load up. Once the page is loaded up, you will be having this kind of interface out here. Again, as I told in our presentation as well, this is the station name that is to be entered. For that particular station name, we'll be having the station code. Then for which year and which particular month you want the entry to be done. For example, you want the entry to be done for 2024. And for a particular, say, November or December, whichever month you want the entry to be done, you can do the entry directly out here. I'll take the example that we've taken it up in the presentation itself so that it is easier for everyone. For example, we've taken this Ottawa as the station name out here. I'll be taking the same example. Now in the search part, you first have to enter the name. See, as I entered 3 letters itself, the Ottawa has automatically come up. I have to first click on this. Now for this particular station name, I already have this particular station code that is automatically coming up, and we are taking this particular example only. Now, as the year has been taken up as 2020, we'll take an example of 2020 itself. Since the entry of this particular year has been already done, so this kind of a table is coming up, and the entry this is showing of year 2020 and December month. The RL of zero gauge has been fixed as 114. As I told, this has to be entered beforehand only. If at all this is not entered, you won't be able to make the entry out here. The local river, the division, the subdivision, as I told earlier as well in the presentation, that will automatically come up. Has been done at your end earlier when you're entering the RL of zero gauge value. Similarly, all these entries has been done out here in a similar fashion. Once you do all these entries, this kind of an interface will happen. Where out here, I guess they have taken only 30 entries in a day. So you have, I guess, for the entire month, we have taken only 1 entry per day. So you are seeing the number of days are 31 out here in this particular table. The time of observation was 8 a.m. in the morning. This is the observation number 1. Since we are having only 1 observation in a particular day out here, so this is for that particular where we have only 1 observation in a particular day. If at all we want the observations to be more, let's take another example. This is just a reference that I've shown you. And once you enter all these data, you have this Excel button out here from which you can download whatever entries that you've done out here through this Excel, through this particular button that we have it out here. Once you click on this, export table to Excel, as you can see, this has been downloaded. And we can open this and also see what data has been downloaded. Whatever entry that I have done out here, that has been downloaded for my reference. And I can keep this for my further record as well. So I'll take a new station so that we have an idea how to make the entry of a new station. This was a station for which the entry has already been done. We'll take a new station for, let's example, let's take for 2024. Let's take the month as November. Just be patient. Let the page be load completely. Once the page is loaded up completely, you'll be having this kind of an interface. Please note if RL of 0 gauge value has not been entered at your end, it will show up a pop-up at the top right corner that RL of 0 gauge has to be entered. So you first have to go enter the RL of 0 gauge value, then again come to this particular page. I'll be also showing you how to enter this RL of 0 gauge value at that particular page as well. So once you enter your station name, the station code, the year for which you want the observation to be done, this kind of a page will come up. Now, how to get this particular table formed out here? So for this, you have to first click on add number of observations per day. Once I click on this page asks me how many observations am I doing in a particular day in that particular month. For example, I've taken the year as 2024 and the month as November. So this is showing me in November month how many observations per day am I taking. So if I'm taking only one observation in a particular day, I have to enter number of observations as 1 and I have to enter the time. For example, I am entering the time here, say as 9, and I click on OK. Once I click on OK, the table will automatically be generated. See, as you can see, the table has been automatically generated, and whatever time and whatever observation that we have entered out there itself, it has recorded out here. For what, 1st November 2024, the observation time we entered as 9. 9 has been taken up. Number of observations is only 1. We are getting this for the entire month up to 30. That is up to 30 November 2024, we are getting one observation per day. So we can then enter the value like this. Now for this, again, if we want, for example, if you want 2 observations in a particular day and you want to enter 2 observations, you have to click on again on add number of observations per day and change this to 2. Now again, I keep the time as 9. Just please make sure the time is unique. For example, you're taking 2 observations in a particular day. Make sure those 2 observations should not have similar time. For example, out here, if I mention the same time as 9 for both these observations, and I click on OK button, it won't take up because you cannot have 2 observations on a particular time itself in a particular day. If I click on OK, let's see what happens. It says, please enter unique time. So that time should be unique for which you have taken the second observation in that particular day itself. Now, if I enter this as 12, let's say I take it as 12, then I click on OK, it will take up automatically. And our table will again be shifted to 2 observations in a day. Now, as you can see, the table earlier was having only 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on up to 30. Now, our table has changed to 2 observations in a day. Now, day 1, as we can see, the observations are also 1 and 2. And the time that we enter out there itself, that is the first observation we are taking at 9 a.m. in the morning, and the second observation has been taken up at 12 p.m. Similarly, we can add for 3 observations in a day, similarly for 4 observations in a day as well. Accordingly, our table will also change. We can again do that. I'll also show it once again. For example, if we want 3 observations in a day, please note once again I'm telling the time should be unique. For example, if I'm taking time as 9 out here, this should be, for example, let's say at 11. And the third time should also be unique from these 2 times. If at all I enter say as 11 itself only, and I click on OK, it won't take up. It will again say, please enter a unique time.